Greetings, this is the Ghetto Free Press, and I'm George Boston Rhines, and I'm in Clinch County, the city of Homerville in the state of Georgia in God's world. I was called here today, I guess, as all other news media outlets in this part of Georgia. I'm going in and listen to members of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, Reverend Malone, President of Justice League United, Bobby Worthy, District Coordinator for the NAACP, Larry O'Hara, as they will address voting rights here in the state of Georgia. I was called about this problem of a sitting council member having homestead exemption in 3 different locations. I will not get into that, although I have in my possession the documentation given to me by the NAACP representative. I'm going in this evening, along with all other news media outlets here in the state of Georgia, I assume. Once again, it is almost 4 o'clock. I'm getting ready to go into Homerville City Council meeting. I've been here once before on another issue, as well as being in attendance when Dr. Rhonda Cross Scott was found guilty of something dealing with alleged voter fraud. And for what I'm told, we now have the same thing before the city again, in the county again, and in the state of Georgia. And I want to add that this now, Homerville, is the 15th city Once again, it is almost 4 o'clock. I'm getting ready to go into Homerville City Council meeting. I've been here once before on another issue, as well as being in attendance when Dr. Rhonda Cross Scott was found guilty of something dealing with alleged voter fraud. And from what I'm told, we now have the same thing before the city again, in the county again, and in the state of Georgia. And I want to add that this now, Homerville, is the 15th city in the state of Georgia that I have had a call from some member in the communities that I've mentioned, investigated, listened to their complaints. Clayton County, I often forget about Clayton County, but you will see a candidate that ran for office in Clayton County, and I was with him when he presented his case. before the investigators from the Secretary of State's office in front of the Georgia Bureau of Investigation and the people of the general public there in Macon, Georgia, and it's all on video, and you can see it on Boston G.B.R. channel, because we do not believe that the people in the state of Georgia should be left in the white, in the blue, in the red, in the green, or in flat outright lies. Jesus said in St. John 8:32, "And ye shall know the truth, and that the truth shall set you free." And I say to the American people, if you are not free, then somebody more or less have lied to you in the name of truth. But when truth comes, all falsehood must vanish. And falsehood is forever a vanishing thing in the eyes of the righteous. Let's go in and let's see our government operate at its best, not just for black folk, not just for white folk, not just for Muslims, Catholics, Jews, Hindu, but for all life sources. And we want to thank the founding fathers of this great republic for giving us and leaving us such a beautiful nation as the United States of America, which is the envy of the world when it comes to our freedoms. Let's go, and you get ready, get ready, get ready.
Dear Lord, we thank you for this day and for watching over us. Lord, we thank you for all you do for us and giving us travel mercies on the road. Lord, we thank you for our city and for what it means to us. Lord, we just pray that as we conduct business today, we do it the best of our ability and keep the best interests of the city in mind, Lord. Lord, just pray that you continue to watch over us, continue to bless us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. I'll look over the agenda. We need to approve the agenda for the changes to be made.
All the motions we approve the amendment as seconds. You second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. We need to approve the minutes from the last meeting, August 20th, 2015.
Motion to approve the amendments of the previous meeting. Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. There's no old business. The new business before us is the application for a retail malt beverage and wine package license for One Trip Express, located at 370 West Forest Avenue. Wade, what are we?
We had a public hearing at 3 o'clock. No one contacted us while it was advertised or attended the public hearing to close the application for this.
So we just, the application is in our packet. Wait, is the application in our packet?
Yeah.
The application in front of you, we need a motion to approve the application for Mike and John.
Mr. Willie, you want to make the motion?
Let me make it.
I make the motion that we approve the one trip express located at 370 West Forest Avenue.
Seven.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. In case you can't be here, from the Development Authority, or something in your packet. Homerville City Council, the Clinton County Development Authority voted at the September 14th meeting to recommend that the city of Homerville and Clinton County make loans from the local revolving loan funds to Swanee Creek Berries LLC. The company plans to install a blueberry packing facility to pack berries from a 225-acre farm in Clinton County. The project anticipates initially hiring 32 part-time employees and growing to up to 128 part-time employees within the next 2 years. The company recently purchased property from the Clinton County Development Authority for the project, which will be located at the East Industrial Park. The terms of the loan discussed for 10 years at 3% interest, at a maximum amount available in the city of Homerville revolving loan fund at the date of the loan. That amount is anticipated to be $298,662.88. Thank you, Rebecca Hart. Wade, what do you need to, you read the development?
What this is the approval for them to go ahead through the process of working with the grant writer, Randy Carroll. It's not a grant, but it's the revolving loan fund. She can do the same thing and work with the bank and our attorney to get the proper paperwork for that economic development to be done with the revolving loan fund, and then all the funds will be paid back to the city. And this will allow that to be initiated. And that's the recommendation from the development authority.
Motion, we approve the development authority recommendation and also the loan of the $298,662.88.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. All right, Mr. Bobby Worthy from the Justice League United. Mr. Worthy, we've got 3 people on the agenda to speak.
Yeah, usually they short.
Yeah, usually what we do is allow for up to 10 minutes.
Well, let me introduce myself. I two people and I know that the chief. Well, again, let me introduce myself. My name is Bobby Worthy. I'm the national president for the Justice League United, and please forgive me, I speak loud. I'm normally speaking to a big crowd. I am the Minister of Law and Justice also within the Black Panther Party. And please don't look at me like that. It's not what you think about the Black Panther Party. Like everybody said. We are not killers or terrorists. We don't pet children. But what I am here to present the council with, I'm not going to go in detail about it because Brother Fennell Malone, I'm allowing him to go into the details, but it is a complaint has been filed with your board of election against your councilman here, Mr. Willis, for voters fraud, fraudulent voting in election. And that will be going in detail. And this is filed with one of your city members, voters, Mr. Ronnie Edwards. Ronnie Edwards actually filed this complaint in my office, and I brought it to y'all's attention, and I have a copy for each one. It details the actual complaint as we all know, I would hope this is an honorable council, that we want to seek out justice and make sure everybody doing what they're supposed to do in the law. Because if the law applies to just some and not everybody, then we'll be a lost county. Is one of the council members missing? Yes. Did I give you one? Yes. Yes. Can I leave this with you to make sure you get it? I mean, you're the attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I got an extra copy. And you are city manager and by the way, y'all, city clerk is one. She's been working with me for this, and I mean, no problem whatsoever. So y'all did a good job. You got a good chief. So, and that's all I wanted to say, but I want y'all really to think about this and read and look into, oh, chief, I'm so sorry. I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but as y'all can see, the same thing with the allegations in this complaint, it's the same thing that they wanted Dr. Ron to stop from. So if we're gonna have justice, we need to have equal justice, not select justice. I thank y'all.
You know, bring one packages for the council member that's.
Yeah, she's got it.
Reverend Larry up here.
Good afternoon, I'm Reverend Larry Harold, representing NAACP, I'm a district coordinator. And I've been here before, and I talked about voter fraud and fraudulent candidacy. The word came to me, and I did a little bit of investigation as well. I have here before me a piece of paper from Putnam County. And on this paper, it shows that G.B.R on the third homestead exemption in Putnam County. Okay, that's telling me that he has something out, he resides at his homestead exemption. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm telling you this is it, and here is my truth, and it's allegedly this is where he lives. I have here before me Lowndes County. Lowndes County also homestead exemption. He lives on, what's that? G.B.R Road.
That's going to.
Okay, Gorto Road, yes. But yet he's on the city council here. I also have a piece of paper stating from Dr. Scott's trial, and they were saying that her homestead was not in Homerville. And we went to the trial, and before the trial ended up, she ended up being guilty. So all I'm asking is that you do the math. You go ahead on and look at his paperwork as you did with Dr. Scott's paperwork and see what happened. All this is alleged. I have not taken him to trial or anything, but allegedly, even though I have the paperwork, I can't say he's guilty of that, but I am saying that he needs to be looked at. There's no question. I take my seat.
Thank you for coming. Reverend Fred Malone. The reader. Last time.
Good morning, how you doing?
That's good.
Always morning to me. Jesus shines on my life like the early morning sun all day long. So I appreciate Mr. Mayor and the City Council for allowing us to come today. My name is Reverend Pharrell Malone. I reside in the great metropolis of Waycross, Georgia. If you've never been there, you know you need to go there in order to go to heaven. Amen. It's the way of the cross. I come today as the president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, the Southeast Georgia region. I serve also on several of the national committees for the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Our basic focus is to make sure that we continue to push for justice and equality. It was brought to my attention and concern concerning the qualifying matter of Commissioner J.E. Witherspoon III. And as a result, I'm coming to make a petition to the City Commission, the Mayor and City Commission, to do that which is right and just and fair. The essence of the package, I will kind of briefly go through. We are basically stating the fact that Mr. Witherspoon has willingly and intentionally committed criminal offenses by omission and commission in order to vote to run for public office and to hold public office as a city council member in the city of Homerville. Mr. Witherspoon has also filed unlawful voter registration. These are allegations at this point. Amen? We're not saying that he did it. We're saying these are allegations that need to be proved in a court of law. He has filed unlawful voter registration, election and campaign disclosure documents under oath by which he has homestead exemption as a designated primary, permanent, and legal domicile. Witherspoon possesses candidate qualifying documents and or personal identifying documents for at least 3 separate properties. 278 East Dane Avenue in Homerville, Georgia, 108 East Riverview Drive in East Palatka, Florida, and 22114 Guancho Road in Valdosta. If you will see in the complaint that there are several allegations and years in which that is looked upon. From that, well, let me go through and make sure. Mr. Witherspoon in 1995 filed, endorsed, and executed an oath of office that approved homestead exemption for the East Palatka property on or about 1995. He filed and endorsed in 2001 and executed under oath of approved homestead exemption for Lowndes County, Georgia property on about 2001. An approved senior citizens homestead exemption of the same Lowndes County property was filed, endorsed, executed under oath by Witherspoon and or around November 2010. During the election cycle, Witherspoon in 2011 filed, endorsed, executed under oath candidate qualifying documents for the city of Homerville. Witherspoon took the oath of office as for the city of Homerville, Georgia, while receiving tax benefits of homestead exemptions in both Lowndes County, Georgia, and Putnam County, Palatka, Florida, from 1995 to present. Witherspoon acted as an unlawful policy and decision maker for the city of Homerville governing body as a city council member, to include but not limited to amending the city charter for personal and political gain, gathering overwhelming majority of signatures to place alcohol referendum on the ballot, voting affirmatively to place alcohol referendum on the ballot, voting affirmatively for beer and wine licenses and alcohol licenses, and voting to adversely affect businesses, economic and housing development in this region, in the city of Homerville. Presently now, September 2015, yes.
Excuse me, are you gonna read this whole thing?
No, sir, not by any stretch of the imagination.
If something reads, I can read, you know, we got it in front of us.
Not by any stretch of the, but I'm reading it, I'm bringing these out for the sake of the public to have access to what our allegations are. Amen? You have it in your information, but I will summarize it this, Mr. Mayor, and thank you for that. I sat in the Clinch County Courthouse some 19 years ago, and these were very sane allegations that were alleged upon a county commissioner in Clinch County in the name of Dr. Rhonda Carl Scott. From that trial, a plea bargain was taken, but she was banished out of Clinch County for 10 years. She could only come here once a month on a Friday. She received 10 years probation, 1 year of intensive probation, and 3 months in jail.
Yes.
My concern today basically raises the head on justice and fairness, and whether or not this will be yet another case of privilege, white privilege, in Clinch County, Homerville, Georgia. I challenge you, Mr. Mayor. I challenge the commissioners to launch an investigation on this, to remove Mr. Witherspoon, if you can see the legal documents from office, until this investigation can be completed. That if we find in the investigation that a criminal act has taken place, that a district attorney, just in the same similar case, be brought from another district to do the prosecution, and that he stands a full trial for the alleged. If he is fine and there's no criminal intent, and no criminal charges, then fine. But if it is, he needs to be dealt with from the full extent of the law. I know that you're not going to endorse white privilege. I know that you will serve from a level of fairness, and we ask and demand, as the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, as the Justice League and others, we will be on this one like white on rice. Amen? Because one of our own has suffered very similar, and now we are allowing this to take place. So we want justice. Don't know the man personally, but right is right, is wrong. The Bible very clearly outlines when the righteous are on the throne, the people prosper. When the devil and the evil is on the throne, the people suffer. I challenge you, as you pray, Mr. Mayor, and as you ask the invoking of Jesus Christ's support and strength in this meeting, that your heart and the county and the commission's heart be led toward which is justice. We come not to accuse. We come to ask for you to investigate and report back to the public the terms of your investigation. I thank you. If there are any questions, I'll be glad to answer them, but I appreciate your time. And I do need to buy some money before I leave the county. Amen? Thank you very much. I have to go back to heaven. Way across if it's okay.
All right.
Don't speak.
No, in Cliff County. No.
We got your back.
Thank you much.
All right, we need to approve the financial report.
All promotion that we approve the financial report as it's in our package.
Second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Please, take your report.
Nothing at this time.
Mr. Wade.
Yeah, wanted to let everybody know that the final phase of our Georgia Environmental Finance Authority, or the G.B.R application process for the replacement of our old manual water meters with the new automated water meters and water system improvements was completed and submitted on September the 9th to our engineering firm representative for their finalization. And the chief will be holding an executive session for review of the application for funding in mid-October, and they will present our request package for approval during that session. Also wanted to make sure that everyone knows that the city was notified by the state that our 2015 CDBG or Community Block Development Grant application for the replacement of the old Shirley Road sewer lift pump station, along with the sewer line repairs, lining and manhole repairs and rehabilitation throughout the area that's served by that station, has been approved and awarded in the amount of $500,000. A ceremonial check presented to our mayor on September 11th is displayed in the hallway, and the work to be performed is similar to the sewer work that was just completed from 2013 CDBG at the Johnson Street lift pump station in the area it is served. I want to thank all of our employees who contributed to gathering and providing information for the application process, and also to all of the citizens in the rehabilitation area that participated in our surveys and provided us with the good information that allowed us to be granted with this funding out of 129 applications. All of them weren't approved, so they did a good job of getting the information in like we needed it. Also, we received a request to have a street light installed at the Gilligan Circle Highway 84 junction in front of the Bell House and FMB. Saying that it's hard to see the turn from Highway 84 at night, and it was even worse when it's raining. So I requested a quote from Georgia Power for the cost of the installation and monthly service, which will probably be similar to what we just had installed over near the old Pearson Road. So, and I took a look at it, and it is pretty dark here where you turn in at. Also, the last thing I'd like to bring up is to remind everyone that the Fall Carnival is scheduled for Thursday, October 29th from 4 to 6. If anybody would like to help with this event, there's an online site where you can sign up to sponsor an activity. The website information is in the Clinch County News. It's been running the last few weeks. It's also on our Homerville Main Street website, or you can contact Martha Douglas or the City Hall. And trick or treat then in the city scheduled to follow from 6 to 8. That's all I got right now.
A few things I have is when I went to get the check for the CDBG grant, one thing I have found out is that I think throughout the state of Georgia, like Wade said, all the requests were not approved. Ours was ranked number 10 in the state. And so out of several hundred. So I was with Shirley and ladies in office, and Mr. Wade did a really good job of that. Also, some of that current city engineering does a lot of work. So that's pretty good that we were ranked 10th in the state. Wade, the ditches where we're putting in the pot over there, Travis Scott's neighborhood, what's the Tanglewood?
Yeah, I haven't heard back from Mr. Allen. He's supposed to give me a call to find out exactly where it is that he's going to put something in there.
Before I forget, earlier, somebody called us about the ditches, trees growing up in the ditches, that along with putting the pipe in, we need to look at the ditches, see if we can clean those out.
Okay.
Just don't want to forget, yeah. And that's all I've got. Good.
Only thing, I just got a question. That person that's been nickling in the police department, some that see that he's getting paid or he's just working for free.
He volunteered his time at this time, Mr. Willie. Eventually, what I would like to do is hire him full-time or part-time to help Miss Ann out. But at this time, he's donated his time to come in, learn the job, and so when we get in a position to hire a part-time person, he'll have the knowledge to do the job. He's also a qualified guy, which would help us out quite a bit. He's got qualifications a lot of people wouldn't have.
Okay, that's good.
Mr. J.
Nothing right offhand at this moment. Go ahead, Mr. Will.
Go on, I'm listening to you.
I would like to go into executive session.
That's for land acquisition?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, if nothing else, we'll need to take a few minutes break so I can sign all the paperwork early, that way she can get it done today. So, but when we come back, we need a motion to go into executive session. Pass on the go ahead and make a motion and then we take a break.
The motion to take a break.
No, go into executive session.
All the motion we go into executive session. Second.
All in favor? Let's take a few minutes so I can get this stuff signed.
Greetings. We're down here. It's still in Homerville, Georgia, and these are the two of the individuals that spoke before council today. What's your name?
Bobby Worthy,
You represent what?
the Justice League United National President and New Black Panther Party. Minister
New
of Law
Black
and
Panther
Justice.
Party?
Yeah, I'm a Minister of Law and Justice for the New Black Panther.
What the short form in 10 words or less? What is the New Black Panther Party? What do you all do?
Well, what we do is we do mostly live what our civil rights leaders do. We're not killers, murderers, and hunting down babies like people say. That we just stand up for justice like any other civil rights organization do.
All right, thank you very much. And what's your name?
I'm Reverend Larry D. O'Hara.
And where do you come from? Who you represent?
I represent the NAACP, and what was the last part of the question?
What's your title?
My title is District Coordinator, and I'm also a member of the Executive Board.
Okay, and the executive board of what? The state?
Executive Board, the State Executive Board of Georgia State Conference, NAACP.
Okay. Short form, Mr. O'Hara, what part did you play this evening in what you did? What did you do this afternoon?
My part was to bring them a remembrance that I was here a little less than a year ago to tell them about voter fraud and fraudulent registration. And when I got this information, I had to come back to let them know that we are abreast of it and bring them evidence that we're going to do something about it.
Short form, without getting into detail because we're going to watch it later, but what 3 areas or 2 areas did the councilman have homestead exemption in? And yet he is on the city council here in Homerville, which is a direct result of voter fraud or maybe voter fraud.
He lives in Florida. He has homestead exemption in Palatka, East Palatka, Florida. He has homestead exemption in Valdosta, Georgia. But ironically, he's on the city council in Homerville, Georgia, which he has no homestead exemption that we know of. And that's illegal. One thing is he don't cross state line, which we should have the FBI to look into because that will make it a federal crime.
Mr. Worthy, what part did you play, as well as speak a little bit for Malone in terms of how he kind of wound it up for us?
Well, basically, as Reverend Harris spoke of, it's dealing with the same issues that Dr. Rhonda Scott, that was illegally criminally prosecuted, and forced to take a plea bargain so she wouldn't lose her job, basically, for voters fraud, for claiming homestead exemption in one city or out of state and actually living in the other. By law, a city councilman must live in the city limits before he can be on the city council. And then if he's claiming homestead exemption in another state, then yes, that is a direct violation of Georgia law. It is a crime to be punished for. So we are asking to prosecute the city council to turn it over to the DA to have him prosecuted and immediately removed from office.
Was you impressed? Because I was. I was really impressed with the professionalism of the city council in the manner by which they allowed you to speak. They was not rude. A lot of places I go, they would never have given you that level of courtesy. What got these people, these elected officials, to the point where they are willing to accept you all so easily?
Well, the city, I've dealt with the chief of police on a personal level and a business level before. And as you know, I recognize the 2 people that helped me out when I was getting all this paperwork with no problem. I applaud them. I mean, usually most city councilmen, mayor, they have an attitude. They show no arrogance and no energy. I'm proud of them. I mean, we should, even though they was white and black, that's how we should be, to get it along together and on one accord. And it seems like they was very interested in what we had to put before them.
Well, I just want to mention that, and I want them to know that I appreciate it because I'm covering now 14 or 15 cities and counties here in the state of Georgia that has alleged voter problems, and yet the Secretary of State, Brian P. Kemp, or no other state leader will come in and assist these newly elected black mayors in these communities that are being torn apart. Now we have Homerville in the mix with these 13 to 15 cities and counties, and it seemed to me that somebody need to take a look at it. We know that Eric Holder did a poor job, and I can prove that, Mr. Eric Holder. He did a terrible job along the lines of voting rights in the state of Georgia. That may be why it emboldened other people to do what they are doing. Any closing remarks you all have?
Peace out. Blessed day. We'll see you on the next episode of Black Power.
Justice will be served.
And what you mean, Black Power, brother?
Black Power means, and white people don't get scared when we say this, we're not killers. Black Power is just recommended that we have Black Power unity. That's all it means.
On that, brother, I want you to be real quiet and steady, because I'm going to ask you the ultimate question, because I'm retired military. I am retired military, and I see you with a star. What does that one star focus on? What does that mean?
That represents my rank in the new Black Panther Party.
Okay, thank you very much. Peace. What are those papers right there, my brother?
These are the papers that we filed against the Commissioner James Weatherspoon, Clinch County, with the Clinch County Board of Registers, which is over the city and the county for voters fraud. So
is this the same thing you gave to each person this evening?
Yes, this is the actual document that I served them.
So when we see that video, that is what you was handing out.
And that's what you was.
Short form, and it is a what?
It is a complaint for criminal charges to be brought against the city council and to be removed from office for voters fraud, election fraud.